The topic of this video blog is interviewing skills, and specifically what I want to talk to you about today is how to look for evidence of behavior in the interview process. The areas that I'm focusing on have to do with important skill sets that an individual needs to have in order to be successful in a job that you are hiring them for. And when we think about the sales position, certain areas which really stand out that you can look for evidence of behavior are listening skills, writing skills, presentation skills, and closing skills. And the reason I say that we can look for evidence of behavior is because these are all areas that you really don't need to question your candidate about. Almost any good sales candidate, not to say they're a good salesperson, but a good sales candidate, if asked the question, "Are you a good closer?" will say, "Yes, I am an excellent closer." But in fact, the interview process and the hiring process is very much like a sales process. And so instead of asking the question, "Are you a good closer?" you can look to see how the person closes you. Now here's where it really gets interesting. There are very different closing styles, and a closing style has more to do with the behavioral style than it does whether one is right or wrong. For instance, people that are very assertive and people that are impatient may go to close early and often. People that are more patient, people that are more consensus-oriented may allow the process to go on a bit longer and, in a sense, allow you to extend the offer to them versus them closing you. Now, is one style better or worse? Well, that really depends. But what traditionally happens is if one style is the way that the manager is, and that person's closing skills measured up and mirrored the manager's style, they will be more comfortable with that. And the manager, if the manager is a high dominance, low patience person themselves, will say, "Well, I love the way that person really came after me." But if the manager is more laid back, then that high dominance, low patience person may have been a huge turnoff for them. So our ability to read good or bad, right or wrong, is really more tied into how we match up with our candidate. And as a result of that, we have a tendency to hire people that are more like us, and sometimes we end up passing on the candidates that, although their style is different from us, can actually be more effective. The more you know about your own personality style and the more you know about your candidate's style, the more effective you can be. Because it's not really whether the style is right, it's whether they're able to use that style to their benefit. Thanks for your time.